Hello everyone, welcome back to part 5, Free for All. Um, at this point I'm just going to try and get the best position for my crossbowmen, since the Aztecs have like 3 or 4 crossbowmen right next to my units, 2 tiles away from my units, so I'm not sure if he's going to attack me or not, so I'm just in case going to grab the high ground and the best position possible and have the advantage over him if he will try to go for me. Um, as you can see, I'm building workshops in most of my cities, slowly but surely preparing myself for uh, cannon production, since I'm getting close to my artillery, dynamite tech. Um, as you can see, I still didn't get my rationalism yet, which was like a lot, like 15 turns. I didn't get my social policy. Most of those turns I would probably not benefit anything from it because I was constantly unhappy, but still I would by this time have another policy, so that's really noobish of me. Tends to get annoying when you watch, but oh well, I totally forgot. So the Byzantines were back on wonder production, which was fine by me. The only wonder that I wanted to finish was Machu Picchu and Notre Dame eventually. Now I actually remembered to get my social policy. Now that was really embarrassing. So with soldiers I'm like 27k from the Aztecs, which isn't enough. Which isn't a lot, but that means that they have enough units, and the Byzantines only have more since they are uh, above the Aztecs. So, as I said before, my mission was successful with those units attacking them, the Byzantines. So this worker will make a road from my cities to the Byzantines capital, just so I could reach more faster with my cavalry and my artillery when the time comes. It really hurts when you need those units that you already have and they are traveling for like a lot of time till they get there, so your attack or siege on the city could actually fail just because of that. So now I'm on 180 cents, almost 180, uh, which is decently a lot at this stage of the game, especially since I didn't have any great scientists tile improved or anything like that, like the Babylon would actually have early on. So the Notre Dame is one of the wonders that I really want to finish. The Byzantines made their great lighthouse. I'm not sure if I did get a lighthouse at all. Especially lately, I didn't think of it because I was not growing at all. So the Byzantines have only their capital and one city, which was small and really uh, not a problem at all. I will try to expand my religion to those city-states just to gain some gold and to fulfill a quest. With Pikachu, maintenance for improvements, especially roads, cost are free on the hills, I think. So building roads over hills shouldn't cost any maintenance, which is really great, and that's why I actually have this amount of gold per turn. I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't cost anything over hills, and it costs uh, half the normal cost on the normal terrain. So I'd say it's a great deal. So my Machu Picchu was finished and I gained almost 20 gold per turn from that. And really struggling to find a way into Mombasa, but they really don't want my great merchant. At this point, I was a bit late with the cannon production, since I gained a lot of signs per turn in the last 5 or more turns, so my dynamite deck would be discovered uh, earlier than I calculated it. So, but still, getting those workshops is still worth it. So here I wanted to have a bit more growth in my cities while I was happy. Um, so Budapest started to go on a negative influence with me because I have that crossbowmen in their territory, which was a concern because eventually I would want them to become my allies, just so they won't become allies of my opponents, especially since they are so close to my one of my cities and have tons of units, and they're militaristic city-state. So making them hate me, I mean losing influence on them, going on a negative amount of influence, will just cost me more gold to actually uh, gain enough influence for them to be my allies. And the the biggest fail from this is that actually that crossbowman can't shoot over that hill in front of him, so it was wasting influence over that city state for nothing. So so the time is slowly coming when I should start advancing. Um, these crossbowmen are not that useful at this point of the game. I mean, as soon as I get my artillery, the crossbowmen will just get in the way for my artillery to take a good position. Um, and the only thing I actually need is artillery and cavalry. So I would have like 7 or 8 artillery and 7 or 8 cavalry. That would be more than enough to siege any of them at this point of the game. So um, the crossbowmen will just get in the way. So the best thing to do with them right now is to start attacking those units that are placed 2 tiles away from me, from my units, the Aztecs units. So I would eventually kill as much units as I can in the. So there are like 5 crossbowmen. They are positioned. They are not positioned like really in a great on a great spot, but still they are controlling some tiles, and so I became an ally with uh, some of the city-states, which is good for us. Here I should have actually made that academy on some food tile, not there, but it's still okay. So I'm pumping like 208 signs per turn, uh, which will bring the dynamite tech really fast. So at this point I'm not gonna make enough cannons that I really wanted, and I start thinking about Budapest and the influence I lost on them. So I do have a lot of gold, but that gold is mostly for upgrades on my cavalry units, I mean on my knights, and on my cannons. So I would need more than 1k to become an ally with them. So that crossbowman was wasting um, influence for nothing. So since I could move on the hill without any penalty with that crossbowman, I managed to attack in the same turn, so that's great. I'm keeping those 2 knights there just so I could upgrade them before they go, since cavalry has like a lot more strength, and at this point you can see there's a lot of delay. Um, if they would become allies with Budapest at this point, my attack would really be slowed. mm, and I would really need to reorganize a lot better, because I need to cross go through those units, and I didn't really want them to. bother me in this attack. So that was a lot of influence to be purchased by gold, and I didn't really have intentions of doing that. I would rather get my units upgraded and somehow pray not to get at war with Budapest. So he had a decent amount of units, and my cavalry were up, which compared to knights is a really big difference. I'm just gonna bring my cannons to the to my territory so I could upgrade them. I think I have like 11 turns before I get dynamite. I usually play this a lot better, so this game I could have done a lot better with planning. Uh, should have started a long time ago building cannons and knights, and should have just went for the important buildings. So I should just calculate and get uh, an Oxford University when I finish fertilizer, so I would actually get a free dynamite technology, and that way at that time I should have like 8 cavalry and 8 cannons stationed in a city, I mean stationed around the settler that would be close to the enemy city. And as soon as my Oxford University finishes, I would upgrade, I mean make my new city and upgrade all of my cannons and just move forward the city that I was going to attack. So that would be one of the plans that I should play when I'm playing really serious, and I'm trying really serious, but this game it's more of a fun game. I mean, I had like a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. So we're not playing that serious. So I'm gonna move my units further away. I mean, more. So I'm just gonna pick off some of their units with my cavalry. Um, so you can see that cavalry easily picks off a knight there. Was a half HP knight, and at this point Budapest became an enemy, declared a war on me, which was a concern because they will attack my units from the back and go for my city. The city states will always go for your cities when they know that there is not enough defense there. So um, and now I'm lagging pretty much. He tried to kill my cavalry there, managed to escape. Lost one crossbowman, and the most important thing here was actually Budapest from the back. So um, I couldn't draw my attention back to Budapest. Would really be a big waste, and I couldn't afford it. I just wanted to kill as much units as I can. You can see that I lost almost two or three of my crossbowmen, and which is actually fine. I intended to do so. I'm just trying to save my cavalry units as much as I can. Mm. And Budapest was or over 100 influence, so I lost that cavalry to my to that musketman from Budapest, and now I actually have to deal with Budapest here. I couldn't ignore it because they would start pillaging my tiles, making a lot of damage, and if I didn't kill any of their units, they would still feel strong and keep on attacking my cities and my units, especially since they are on the roads having zone of control. I couldn't move my units and will lose the benefit of of those roads that I've built. So I have to move my units, some of my units, at least most of my cannons there, to try and push him back. Uh, and here I'm gonna try and kill that as soon as possible and move. So when there's lag, you don't click and wait for it to happen. You just click and so just I mean, take the promotion for healing, right click on the target that you want to attack, and click after that where you want to run. So it will do everything when it lags out. So if he follows you, when he will click probably on your unit where it was, and he will miss because he attacked the he attacked nothing there. Um, Even if his action is performed before your action, uh, he would manage only one unit uh, to do that. So he will damage you with one unit. So at this point, all of us have probably the same amount of delay. It's just the um, who will uh, adapt better. And at this point, we had a crash. So it was a resync, and I lost that cavalry unit. My I loaded a bit later than he did, and that cavalry died. So that was a misfortune for us. Um, or the game crashed here as well, I'm not sure. So this might be the end of the video.